In this session, we're going to talk about our AccuGuide components on our Flagship combines. There's two components that I'd like to talk about: our 372 receiver and our navigation controller. In our late series combines, when they made the cab changes, they moved this nav controller to the outside of the cab. And in the last few years, we've been seeing some problems with these controllers because of pressure washing. Obviously, it's protected from the rain, but this area of the combine usually gets filthy, and what guys do, they go in and they clean their combines and they pressure wash this whole area. The problem is the connectors on this nav controller can't handle the pressure washer. So what happens is water gets in these connectors and it starts corroding things up. These nav controllers are very costly to get repaired, so we do not want to introduce the water to that system. Same is true for your 372 receiver up in the grain tank. It gets covered in bean fuzz and everything else, and our natural instinct is to clean it up and make it nice and pretty, but let's try to keep the pressure washer off of that component as well, because water can get into these seams and cause hundreds of dollars of damage. Another thing to note is if we have to leave these combines out in the rain, we know a big rain's coming, we close our grain tanks up and we make this 372 is now sitting upside down. And what happens is the rain pulls up on the bottom side of the 372 and it'll get into the circuit boards of the 372 receiver. So my recommendation would be, if you know you got a big rain coming, let's just hop up in the grain tank, let's pull that 372 off and let's put it up in the cab. And then we know we don't have any problems.
Now that we're in the cab, let's talk about the guidance calibrations. Going through the Pro 700, press the back button and go into Calibrations. Find the nav tab across the bottom and ensure that you have the correct vehicle model selected for the machine you are operating. When you pull up the correct vehicle model, there will be a roll calibration to perform. Ensure that the roll calibration has been performed. The roll calibration is important in order to ensure that your combine runs in the same tracks whenever you turn around. This will ensure equal header cut width whenever you are harvesting. Let's check out our run screen layouts. Press the back button and go into Toolbox, and you will find the Layout tab across the bottom. From the factory, a default run screen for the guidance is not set up. We have set up a guidance run screen on this machine. This is one similar to what you would see from our dealership. If you press the back button and go into Run Screens and go over to Run Screen 6, you will see our guidance setup. The main thing about this screen is how to record an AB line. Selecting what type of AB line you want to create, and then recording and marking your A and your B when and where you want it. When running multiple machines in the same field, you can utilize the swath select option if you have a predetermined AB line, and select the information or the info tab in order to see the latitude and longitude of the AB point as well as the heading of the line. This will allow you to create a second AB line in another machine without having to swap USB sticks. We can use this heading in another machine to create an identical line. On all combine guidance systems, there is a lockout button to activate the system on every key cycle. Press and hold for at least 3 seconds in order for it to work. The other option for engaging guidance is on the joystick. The rotor and feeder house must be engaged in order for this button to work.